This time he pulled up to the foot of the hill just as the sunset faded into a bruised purple streak on the horizon. The scent of decaying grass and damp forest air filled his lungs. I'm standing before the manor gates. Alex spoke hoarsely into his lapel mic. The rusted iron gates shrieked like a human wail as he pushed them open. Stepping inside, the evening insects suddenly fell silent, leaving only the sound of Alex's boots crunching on dry reeds. The mansion loomed ahead like a giant beast, its hollow windows staring back like eyeless sockets. As Alex entered the main hall, the eyes in the faded portraits seemed to follow his every move. He decided to stay the night, unaware that a tall, thin shadow had silently detached itself from the wall behind him, watching with deadly curiosity. 11:45 p.m. A sudden, icy gust of wind blew through the hallway, causing the rotted wooden shutters to slam violently against their frames. As the clock blinked toward midnight, a bolt of lightning ripped across the sky, followed by a thunderous roar and a torrential downpour. The temperature plummeted below 10 degrees C. Alex could see his own breath misting in the air. Suddenly, the EMF meter in his hand began to beat frantically, tick, tick, before his flashlight flickered and died, leaving him in pitch black darkness. Amidst the rhythm of the thunder, he heard it. Thud, thud, thud. The sound of bare feet treading on the damp, rotting floorboards coming from the spiral staircase. Alex held his breath and flicked on his phone's flash. The weak light revealed empty stairs, yet the footsteps continued, now echoing right inside the room. A pungent stench of moldy fabric and decaying flesh filled the air. An ice-cold hand clamped onto his shoulder, and a raspy, gravelly voice whispered into his ear, "Did you come to take my place?" Under the flickering flash, Alex saw a horrific sight, a tall, gaunt figure in tattered clothes from a century ago. Its face had no eyes, only two deep black pits oozing a thick, dark liquid. His courage shattered. Alex screamed, abandoning his gear and bolting for the main door, but it was locked tight from the outside. In a desperate move, he threw himself through a glassless window frame, oblivious to the shards cutting his arms, and ran blindly through the rubber forest under the pouring rain. Behind him, a shrill, piercing laugh echoed through the thunder. "You can't escape. You can't escape." He didn't stop until he saw the yellow headlights of a truck on the highway and collapsed. The next morning, Alex woke up in a hospital, wrapped in bandages. Trembling, he checked the cloud storage from his abandoned camera. The final footage showed him running through the woods, but what froze his blood was the sight of two dark skeletal hands wrapped tightly around his neck and a pale, grinning face staring directly into the lens. Looking in the mirror, Alex saw 5 finger-shaped bruises on his neck, icy cold to the touch and destined never to fade.